Hey guys. First, before I start the whole poetry thing, I want to let you guys know that some of you may have noticed that I'm not posting as much lately. I have been super stressed out. Some of you that are my friends on Facebook know this. Um, I recently reapplied for college. I haven't been in college since early 2012. So I'm trying to get back on track with my life. Um, but it was really complicated, and my anxiety has been really bad. So just been super stressed and pretty much trying to focus on that, but not exactly giving up on you guys either. Um, Also, I dyed my hair. I went and got it done. It's burgundy now, kind of like purple. Um, Alright, so for poetry today, I haven't exactly picked out a famous poem yet. And I want you guys to know that even if you guys don't have poetry of your own, you can always tell me one of your famous, like most famous poems that you like, that you know are really your favorite. And you can always email them to get ready for a field trip. And I would love to read it. I mean, because like Emily Dickinson, Poe, Cummings, and Dorothy Parker are really like my favorite. Like, I'll find a few things that I like from others, but I just don't want to be reading like the same people all over and over again. So, I am going to first read the fan submitted poem. It's by Deion again. And I love that Deion keeps sending in stuff. But I would really like it if, some other people sent in some stuff too. I know that a few fans have let me look at their poetry and it's really good, so you should send it in and let me read it. Alright, so like I said, this one's by Deion. He didn't name it, but here it is. Laying in bed, just another sleepless night. Staring at my phone screen as it illuminates the dark, I can't help but wonder, is there any point to my fight? Is there any reason why I continue to listen to my heart? Or maybe I'm just kidding myself, lying so I can feel a little less dead. I mean, there's no way this much stress is good for my health. I just can't seem to get you out of my head. I just keep thinking, what if, or maybe when? If we met under different circumstances, would we be just friends? If I was different, would you like me then? What if I could take back some things I said? Would you be mine? Maybe when I'm older, you would love me the way I love you. Then one day you'll finally let me in and my fighting will finally be through. Or maybe one day I could be someone worth your time. In the end, I'm just rambling into the dark trying to rhyme. But none of this matters. I can't say it to your face, even so, the thought of telling you how I feel makes my heart race. I really like that, Deion. Sorry, my computer's being really slow. So, my ex called me, and it was, as some of you might remember, as soon as like most of you guys started liking the page, my long distance boyfriend broke up with me. We've recently been talking again, mostly about our kids. We're both kind of obsessed with turtles. So he kicks me once in a while and asks about his children. But he wants to actually come see me and has most of the money saved up. He just needs $200 for the motel room, I think. And that'll be it. So hopefully he'll come see me. But right now I have like a bunch of screens open up to try to figure out different prices. Alright, so let's see here. So I kind of have a poem. It's not really a poem, it's one of my raps. And I don't really want to like rap because I feel like I sound like really stupid when I rap. Even though people constantly tell me I sound like awesome, which I think is like, I think they're crazy. Um, so I'm just gonna read it. Maybe some of you will be special enough and actually be able to hear me rap someday. Alright. I don't have a title for it, but if you have a title, you could let me know what you think, because I'm really bad at titles. Alright, here you go. You said that this was love, but you meant just for a minute. You said there wasn't us, but you were never really in it. Now there's only one thing on my mind, and no matter how hard I try, I'll never stop loving you, even though you made me cry. You're my twin soul, my kindred spirit. Listen closely, can you hear it? The sound of my heart beating for you. My love for you, I wish you knew. I wish you could understand the complexity, the severity, the passion. You were driving my soul, but you let go, now we're crashing. I told you I'd wait forever and a day. I told you I'd hold on if you were willing to stay. But you're gone, I'm alone. You left while your heart and head still could, while you still had a chance. Now your life's back to normal like before me, while I'm still sitting here in this goddamn trance. Your eyes did the talking, but your heart did the walking. You broke so many promises, said so many lies, and I hope one day you wake up and realize you gave up on the one woman who could make you a king, all because you thought dating would suddenly mean a ring. You lost the best thing that could have been, that should have been, but you wouldn't let it, and it's okay, don't sweat it. You made your choice, and I hope one day you wake up and regret it. But I'm moving on with my life, I'll get over you. I thought I would die with you, but I guess that was a little less than true. I said I couldn't live without you, but look at you, you're gone. I checked my pulse, it's still beating, I guess that I was wrong. I guess that night I said I couldn't live without you. That night you held me while I cried. I guess I was just becoming more like you. In the end, we both lied. Even though you hurt me, I just want you to know that I may be able to live without you, but I don't want you to go. I don't care if I ever become your wife, as long as you stay my friend and you stay in my life, for the connection we have is too strong to let go. Stay my best friend, stay along for the ride, and enjoy the show. I realized towards the end there I almost started rapping it. I had to calm down. Also, I kind of fixed that up a little bit, not a lot, just changed some of the wording. Let's see here. I'm still looking for a famous poem. There was one that I really wanted to read, but I haven't been able to find it. That's not it, is it? No. This might sound like a stupid request, but if someone can find me the poem My Missing Piece or something like that by Shel Silverstein, you will be my hero. You can message it to the page. If we're friends, you can just message it to me, or send it to getreadyforafieldtrip@yahoo.com, because I really want to read it. I haven't read it in forever and I cannot find it online. Every single time I find it, it just takes me to buy his book. Alright, so I think I might... Okay, so I'm gonna read this poem first. It's I Carry Your Heart With Me by Cummings. I carry your heart with me, I carry it in my heart. I am never without it. Anywhere I go, you go, my dear. And whatever is done by only me is your doing, my darling, I fear. No fate for you, you are my fate, my sweet. I want no world. For beautiful, you are my world, my true. And it's you are whatever a moon has always meant, and whatever a sun will always sing is you. Here's the deepest secret nobody knows. Here's the root of the root, and the bud of the bud, and the sky of a tree called life, which grows higher than the soul can hope or mind can hide. And this is the wonder that's keeping the stars apart. I carry your heart. I carry it in my heart. I really like that. Again, that was I Carry Your Heart With Me by Cummings. Honestly, I think any poem that I read, you guys should check out, because, I don't know, I like them. Let's see here. I really want to read something by Shel Silverstein, but I can't, like, find that one. Let's see about this one. A Boy Named Sue by Shel Silverstein. When my daddy left home when I was 3, and he didn't leave much to Mom and me, just this old guitar and a bottle of booze. Now I don't blame him because he run and hid. Now the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. Well, he must have thought it was quite a joke, and he got lots of laughs from a lot of folks. It seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some gal would giggle and get all red, and some guy would laugh and I'd bust his head. I tell you, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick and I grew up mean. My fists got hard and my wits got keen. Roamed from town to town to hide my shame, but I made me vow to the moon and stars I'd kill the honky-tonks in bars and kill the man that gave me that awful name. Sorry, my screen kind of moved, but it was Gatlinburg in mid-July, and I had just hit town and my throat was dry. I thought I'd stop and have myself a brew at an old salon in the street of mud, and the table dealing stud sat at the dirty, mangly dog that's name was Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that my mother had, and I knew that scar on his cheek and his evil eye, and his big and bent. He was big and bent and gray and old, and I looked at him and my blood ran cold. And I said, "My name is Sue, how do you do? Now you're gonna die." Yeah, that's what I told him. Well, I hit him right between the eyes and he went down to my surprise. He came up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear, but I busted a chair right across his teeth, and we went crashing through the wall into the street, kicking, gouging in the mud and the blood and the beer. I tell you, I fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule and bit like a crocodile. I heard him laughing, and then I heard him cussing. He went for his gun, and I pulled mine first. I stood there laughing. He stood there laughing at me, and I saw him smile. And he said, "Son, this world is gonna be rough, and a man's gotta make it. He's gotta be tough," and I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I gave you that name, and I said goodbye. I knew you'd have to get tough or die, and it's the name that helped make you strong. He said, "Now, you just have fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me and you've got the right to kill me now, and I wouldn't blame you if you do, but you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your guts and the spit in your eye, because I'm the nut that named you Sue. Yeah, what could you do? What could you do?" I've got all choked up and threw my gun. I called him Pa and he called me son, and I came away from a different point of view. And I think about him now and then, every time I try it, every time I win. And if I ever have a son, I think I'm gonna name him Bill or George, anything but Sue. Oh, I kind of like that one. So what I'm kind of trying to look for you guys to do now is when I read a poem, I would love your input on what you think the poem is about, whether it's mine, a fan's, or one of the famous ones I read. Just kind of give me your input on what you think the whole what you think it's about. There's no right or wrong answer because poems tend to be about several different things, and really it's your opinion. So I'm gonna cut this now because if I make it any 30 seconds longer, I won't be able to post it. So this is Poetry Slam with Shyla. If you have any suggestions, input, anything you want posted, whether it's famous or your own, you can send it to my main page, or preferably get ready for a field trip at yahoo.com. So I hope you guys enjoyed the segment. Bye.